What you need to know about iBuyers and those companies that buy houses. I'm Dave Robles, founder of Think Real Estate, serving the greater Los Angeles area, and I want to share with you some of the options available to homeowners who want to sell their home besides listing it with a real estate agent. When you're ready to sell your home, the traditional method is to prepare the house, list it for sale with a real estate agent, and hope that buyers will compete with a winning bid, ideally ending in a nice profit for you. But if the traditional route doesn't appeal to you, or you have circumstances that make it difficult, there are alternatives that allow you to still sell your home. While they may all seem similar on the surface, there are many different types of companies that are interested in buying your home, often for cash and with a quick turnaround. We're breaking down the types of companies that you may encounter and how they do business, as well as what you should factor in if you're considering selling your home to a company. The companies that will buy your home from you are varied, and they have different methods of purchasing properties, as well as different motivations. Here are 6 types of companies that could buy your home. Number 1, the franchise cash buyer. There are a handful of national brands you may recognize that purchase homes for cash, which operate as franchises. That means the individual you're working with would be a local franchisee, adding the benefit of local expertise. Some names you may recognize are We Buy Ugly Houses or Home Investors of America, which is also the parent company of We Buy Ugly Houses. We Buy Ugly Houses, and Joe Homebuyer. Reviews and reports across a variety of franchise buyers note that offers in this type of situation tend to be low, often 50 to 70% of market value in exchange for a fast deal and cash payment. Franchise cash buyers typically opt to work with local contractors to flip the property or to keep it for rental income. The franchisees will then either pay a regular fee or a portion of profits to the larger company, depending on the company, for the brand affiliation and additional help as needed. Number 2, iBuyers. In the last few years, companies known as iBuyers have become a more vocally present type of company, offering to purchase homes for cash quickly, with a major focus on the technology used to help them valuate a property and complete the transaction. Opendoor and OfferPad are the 2 most recognizable names currently operating in this category. These companies, which operate in a growing number of U.S. markets, purchase homes that need very little work to be ready for the market, with the goal of turning around and selling them quickly at a higher price. The amount paid to the home seller tends to be higher than a cash buyer would pay for houses that need more work, but an iBuyer is involved in more transactions total by operating as a single company located across many markets. The changing housing market has proven tough for iBuyers, both with Zillow and Redfin opting to close their iBuyer operations within the last 2 years. Recently, both Opendoor and OfferPad have reported major earning losses, like $400 million in net revenue losses for Opendoor in the 4th quarter of 22, and $121 million in net revenue loss for OfferPad. While that may not be encouraging for investors, it doesn't necessarily impact homeowners interested in exploring the alternative methods of selling a home. Both OfferPad and Opendoor have scaled down the size of their operations while also exploring other options that may resonate with the home buying and selling public. Opendoor, for example, has programs that partner with home builders to streamline the sale process of new construction home, make it easier to have a real estate agent take part in the sale process, a listing option to receive both an offer and the opportunity to test out the market, and a marketplace where people can buy and sell homes directly as an alternative to the traditional real estate model. With 99% of real estate transactions still happening offline. Number 3, house flippers. If you're familiar with shows on HGTV, you're probably familiar with the concept of flipping a house. Investors purchase a property that is outdated or run down, and they renovate the property to make it move-in ready, ultimately selling it for, hopefully, more than the cost to purchase and remodel the property. Rocket Mortgage notes many successful house flippers operate on a 60% rule, meaning they will determine their maximum offer price as 60% of the estimated after renovation value of the home. Some will pay a little more. House flippers commonly aim to flip a house within 6 months or a year to cut down on operating expenses and holding costs. While cash buyers, franchisees may flip houses, there are also many independent local companies that likely have the ability to make a deal happen fast by offering cash to a homeowner. Many individual homeowners with some contracting experience will flip houses as well, but their cash reserves to make a purchase and renovation without financing is sometimes less likely to come across, unless they have investors backing them up. Number 4, the buy and hold investor. Another type of investor you're likely to come across is one who will purchase your property and keep it to rent out to tenants. And in many cases, the investor aims to buy a house that requires some work to avoid paying top dollar, and will renovate before leasing it out. Franchise cash buyers and real estate investment companies may be buy and hold investors, but nearly 70% of rental properties consisting of between 1 and 4 units across the U.S. are owned by individuals who own between 1 or a few properties to bring in income, according to the U.S. Census Bureau and the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development's 2021 Rental Housing Finance Survey, the results of which were first published in 2022. Number 5, trade-in companies. For homeowners looking for a quick sale to free up cash to purchase a new home, but are unwilling or unable to sacrifice much of the home's value in the accepted price, a trade-in company may be the option you're looking for. These companies provide the cash to purchase a new home based on the value of the current house, then sell the existing property on the market with a percentage of the sale of the home ultimately going to the company. Knock and Orchard are 2 trading companies occasionally described as iBuyers, but because of the platform focused on helping the homeowner free up cash to purchase a new home with the first home sold on the open market, we've separated them here. Similar to iBuyers, both Knock and Orchard have shrunk the size of their operations as of late, but they're still advertising their platforms and raising funds for investors. Number 6, lenders and brokers freeing up cash to encourage purchases. In some cases, the companies providing a kind of trade-in option are lenders or real estate brokers that purchase a buyer's existing home so the buyer has cash to make a more competitive offer on another one. William Revis Mortgage is one lender offering such a program called Revis Purchase. The lender purchases the borrower's current home and then oversees its sale. The borrower now has the ability to act as a cash buyer for their next home, which is particularly valuable in a competitive seller's market. While there's often an additional fee or a percentage of the final sale price that goes to the company providing the service, the ultimate goal for many lenders and brokers offering these types of programs is to encourage people to actively buy and sell homes. Now, if you have any questions about these options of selling your home, please reach out. We're happy to help you decide what option is best for your circumstances.